All right, those were the top headlines that we are tracking for you at this hour. And now let's get started by talking about the markets. Now, global stocks have almost entirely recovered from the prices in February. Now, that is despite the surge in energy costs and a significant tightening of financial conditions. The positive market sentiment comes despite downbeat medium-term growth outlook from elevated crude prices. MSCI's Asia Pacific Equity Index rose over 1.6%. That's an optimism that an easing of the conflict will lower oil prices and support economic growth. The stock's rise was led by interest in artificial intelligence shares resurfacing Taiwan's TAIEX index that rose to a record as investors returned to the AI theme. Investors bet that tech stocks are less impacted by the war in Iran. South Korea, a poster child for AI investments, surged more than 3% as sentiment improved, with the S&P 500 index erasing all of the losses triggered by the Iran conflict. The MSCI All-Country World Index also rose for an 8th straight day. Brent crude fell 1.5% to below $98 a barrel on signs that Washington and Tehran may revive peace talks following the start of a U.S. blockade of the Strait of Hormuz. But one thing does seem more likely than not. As far as the energy prices are concerned, the worst is yet to come. This is according to the International Energy Agency, which has warned that oil prices don't yet reflect the severity of the unprecedented supply crisis. The IEA Executive Director, Fatih Birol, has said that about 13 million barrels a day of oil supply have been shuttered by the war, with more than 80 energy facilities damaged. In other corners of the market, gold rebounded after 2 days of losses to trade around $4,775 an ounce. A stronger dollar has put downward pressure on the yellow metal. However, the market is now rebalancing against lingering uncertainty regarding West Asia tensions and central bank bets. With increasing interest in alternative assets, Bitcoin rose to about $74,300, breaking through key resistance levels. The OG token is now showing resilience and a slight upward trend despite geopolitical tensions. Recent news also highlights that the institutional interest and potential recovery from recent lows, slightly lower levels, that is.